And we say good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. Round two of three rounds today. We're here finishing things up at Cloudland Elementary. The tour schools had a blast. Again, thanks to Chris Collins and all them youngins up there. And so thanks to, of course, Northeast Community Credit Union sponsoring the broadcast. We have one more school in the county to do. And weather's held us up. We've had to cancel a couple of times. And quite frankly, the show today was supposed to have been this Friday. We moved it because of what looks like we're going to get some snow in here on Thursday night, maybe Friday, enough up in the mountains to cause some cancellation. I will say this. I travel that road once, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I have a whole new appreciation of school bus drivers in Carter County because just from here to Cloudland up the Roan Mountain, it's like this. And I thought, man, if it starts snowing, you're a school bus driver going up these back roads, getting these kids home or picking them up. And I appreciate them because those roads, I would assume, well, not assume, they get very slick and very snow covered very quickly, and they're straight up and down a lot of these roads, particularly when you go up to the Roan Mountain. So I didn't realize it. I have a whole new appreciation for the school bus drivers, certainly in all the counties, for all the kids, but in particular in Carter County because I'm sure some of those back roads are gravel and very, very narrow, and they got school buses taking these kids in and out of the hollows, and so again, that's kind of a rabbit trail, but I just thought, wow, I really appreciate what they do because I'm sure, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you go to the terminal to get your bus, it's peppering down the snow. It's like, oh boy, it's going to be a long day. So, but anyway, we were there, and as a result of what's supposed to be coming Thursday, we moved the show to today. So we have one more show to do in Carter County Schools and Tour Schools. Thanks to NCCU. She's here. Mrs. Blevins is in the house. She'll join us coming up here in a minute. And so just want to say thanks to those folks. And again, after this, we'll break this down and trot on up to Tia Duggar and do the green teams coming. Tia Duggar JV boys and Tia Duggar boys, our last Tia Duggar game of the year. The 8th grade night, they moved it. So this is not 8th grade night, but they moved it to a night we're doing Cyclone basketball. So, and if you know the name Blevins, you'll know he's our quarterback, and he's a pretty good point guard. I told her just now I like him on the basketball court as much as I do on the football field. He's a heady little basketball player, and he has a sweet-looking jump shot. Boom, it's perfect form, and he can let that three fly, and it goes in more times than not. So we're talking about Bryson. So anyway, we're going to talk to her about NCCU. Got a new car loan out right now. Perfect time to be getting a car. We know where you can go get one at our title sponsor, Ford of Elizabethton. So we'll take care of all that. Let's get it started. We always do the national anthem. We have lots to cover. We have NFL football tonight, the Steelers and the Texans. We had a couple of heartbreaking games. If you're a Panthers fan, you got your heart broke. If you're a Packers fan, you got your heart broke. And if you're what was the other squeaker last night? Oh, if you're an Eagles fan, you got your heart broke. So we'll take a look at that. Got college basketball. Lady Vols won yesterday. They blew out Arkansas by 35. So lots happening. Let's get it cranked as we always do with the national anthem. Who's going to sing it today? We'll let her pick. She will get a chance to choose. Mrs. Blevins has a choice of hearing. And I guarantee who she's going to take. See if I get this right. You have a choice between Chris Stapleton, Faith Hill, or Martina McBride.
Chris Stapleton.
I knew it. Could have won money. She's a redneck, and I like it. So is he. Here he is, the national anthem on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Aaron Kaiser, rather, from Physical Therapy Services. So one of the things you guys treat is fibromyalgia. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So a lot of times the best thing that you can do for people that have fibromyalgia is get them moving and moving in a comfortable way that they feel safe and that they feel comfortable and like they have control of the situation. So we have the anti-gravity treadmill, the Alter G, where we can offload them, get them moving. We have the new step, which they like because they're not full weight bearing. They can adjust that. And overall, just patient education, teaching them how to move in that pain-free or that more comfortable way for them.
Yeah, good stuff. They offer a lot of services of physical therapy services. How do we find you on social media?
Facebook, we have an ortho clinic that has a Facebook page and then a pediatric clinic that has a Facebook page.
They've been with us since day one. Proud sponsors. I love promoting these folks. Again, Dr. Danny, Dr. Justin Smith, Dr. Sylvester, Dr. Aaron, and all the other great folks. Sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports Physical Therapy Services. Now look who showed up. And she's been very gracious because we were in hustle mode.
Yes,
Getting-
coming back from Cloudland.
Cloudland Elementary, yep. Which we had a great time up there. But needless to say, love those kids. And that's why we do it. And thanks to her company, Northeast Community Credit Union, we couldn't do it without them. So, and I appreciate David Laveau and Andrew DeMoss and Whitney Blevins. These are good peeps. And we appreciate them. And so it was... it ran over a little bit. I thought I'm not going to break my neck getting down here, and I didn't. So we're set up, ready to go. We'll stay on long as we need to stay on. So that's the beauty of doing the show. We don't have an end time. We can stay till right up till Tia Duggar basketball if we need to. We won't. But so anyway, she's here, and we appreciate her. Hello to Daniel Bishop with Be Your Daddy.
Yep.
You daddy's
My
girl?
dad.
You
Yeah.
daddy's girl?
I am.
Good for you. So, Mr. Bishop, you got a good one.
Hey, Dad.
She's a fine young lady. We've enjoyed working with her. How many years ago did you do the color football game with me?
That has been
3?
I'd say at least 3.
3 years ago?
Yeah, I want to say that was like the senior class that's going to be, or the junior class was freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been 3 years ago.
Now, she has an open invitation. Here's my rule. I won't let John Mitten do it because he needs to be a daddy. So when Sydney is playing, he can't come do the game. I won't let Baker do it because she's up there screaming on with Creed that one year we had her up there. She was wild as a buck, just running the camera. And that's okay. She's being a mama. So Whitney, I've just said rule of thumb, as long as Bryson's playing, and he will be because he's our quarterback. So she can't come. Now, she come up and do a JV game because he won't be doing JV. But as far as a game where her son's out on the field, not happening because it's not fair to her. So she has to be a mama. And so the invitation is open if she wants to come back and do a JV football game this fall coming up. You are welcome to do that because you did a really good job. So
I guess the only one that you do is the Labor Day for JV, don't you?
yeah, pretty
Because
much.
those are usually Mondays.
Monday mornings about 10 o'clock, and you helped me do it, and I appreciate that very much. We had a good time, and she's very knowledgeable. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Atlanta. How you doing? And Derek Dave. So are you following pro football? Are you
Do I
football?
follow pro football? I mean, yeah,
The
I do.
playoffs? So
Yeah.
are any of your teams still in it?
So I like the Buffalo Bills. I'm a
Okay.
Josh Allen fan. I think secondary would be the 49ers. I like Purdy.
Okay.
And I really like Christian McCaffrey. He used to play for the Panthers, but now he's with the 49ers, and I like him a lot.
So she does know. See,
Yeah.
she knows what she's talking about. So that was the other one got their heart broke. I was talking about it when we started the show. The Bills broke the heart of the Jags yesterday, went down the field, and
Yes.
Josh Allen took it in for the winning touchdown.
did.
Yep. So college football, a week from tonight, would you take Indiana or would you take Miami?
Indiana.
Indiana?
I think Indiana is going
All
to
right.
dominate, but
Yep.
I could be wrong. But just from what I've seen, I think they're a very, very strong team and will be dominant in the championship game.
I was not a believer until I watched them the other night dismantle a pretty good Oregon team. They toyed with them. So these guys are the real deal. Miami's pretty good, too. It should be a
They
great
are.
game.
I
But
mean, they've got, I like, of course, Carson Beck. He's a very seasoned quarterback. And then their running back, number 4 for Miami, I forget his name. I think he's really strong, too. But I think they may have had some guys go out
they got hurt.
in the last game. So they're playing with some of their defensive true
Reserves.
freshmen, which they did pretty good. But I still think that Indiana is the stronger team.
Coming up, we're going to take a look at the Chaz Coleman and the transfer portal. Tennessee's got them some good ones coming in, and so had a lot of them leave out. The record school, which is pretty crazy. Now you think of this: if you're a coach, let's say you're running the credit union, and West Virginia lost 46 guys to the transfer portal, 46 guys off the team. So I'm thinking you have to go replenish them. That's the number one.
Whole team.
Oh yeah, Florida State. I'm going to run it down here for you. Florida State had over 30. Tennessee had 25. So, but anyway, college football is cranking back up with the transfer portal again this week. And, of course, we'll have the national championship a week from tonight. Northeast Community Credit Union is where she works and does a wonderful job. So we have a auto loan going on right now. Tell me about that.
We do. So we are advertising and running a promotion for auto loans. We've got interest rates as low as 4.49. So that is something we're doing right now and have adjusted those rates. So we're heavily promoting that. You should see stuff all over town, social media, our webpage.
4.49?
4.49.
Whoa.
Yep.
For how long? Do you know?
That is a 48-month term. But I believe our 5-year term is also 4.99. So it's still under the 5% for the 60-month.
Is that for a limited time?
Well, for the promotion,
Yeah, that's what I'm
yes.
saying.
So come now and
Yes.
get your loan. If you have a loan with a higher rate, you can also look at refinance options. We have a lot of that coming in. So, if you're not actually looking and have already purchased, I guarantee your rate's likely higher, especially if you did dealer financing. We should be able to get you locked in at a little bit lower rate, save you some money.
So how do we start the process? I'm interested. 4.49% APR on a car loan for 48 months. That's a screaming deal. So how do I get it started? Do I call? Do I go on the web? How do I do that?
You can go online and apply, or you can give one of us a call in our loan department, and we'd be happy to talk to you about a few things ahead of time if you're not wanting to do the application right away and want to speak. So we've got several loan officers that you can call and contact, but if you want to apply, online is the easiest and fastest way to do so, or you can come by any of the offices and complete an application in person.
4.49% APR is a really good deal for 48 months. That's a screaming deal. So, and it's for a limited time. So that's the whole point. So now would be a good time to buzz her, or as she said, go to bemycu.org and get started. Can you get? You can find out right there and get loan approval on the internet.
So once you complete the application, we will follow up with you
follow
to
up, okay.
provide that initial approval for the loan. We'll need to obtain a few things from you as far as like proof of income, verifying that, and we'll have to run a value on the vehicle to determine what it's worth versus what you owe. So those are a few things we have to look at before an approval is set in place, but it's pretty quick and easy. Definitely worth trying. To save yourself some money. If it doesn't
Absolutely.
work out and you're in a refinance situation, you've still got your loan. But if it does work out, we will make it better for you.
That's
So,
a smart way to look at it.
yeah.
So the new thing here at Chick-fil-A, in fact I'm enjoying it, is the floats. You got the root beer float, you got the Dr. Pepper float, you got the float or the twisted, and so I've got the twisted. What's that mean? It means it's mixed in. You can either get the ice cream in just with the drink like a float, or you can get the, what's it say up there? It says the frosted soda.
Frosted sodas.
Frosted soda
and
and float.
floats.
So this is a root beer frosted soda, which is awesome. So are you a float girl?
I mean, I like ice cream,
Yeah.
and I like soda.
You
I
like
try
it?
to be healthy though.
Well, I am too. That's all I'm just going to have one. Root beer, Dr. Pepper, High C, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, any of those get a float. a frosted soda or a float. So I got this one right now. The collector's cups we talked about last week, they are now officially, sold out nationwide.
Oh, wow.
They went that fast. So Chick-fil-A's in a mass production trying to get more out there, but every collector's cup in the country is gone. They're sold out, which is pretty cool. It's a retro cup back when they first opened the company a long time ago. So anyway, so here's the traditional cup. We still got it, but the floats are here. That's the thing. It's a permanent fixture on the menu too. What else going on in NCCU? What else you want to tell us about?
I wanted to talk a little bit about our monthly network meetings. So we have networkings that are the first Wednesday of every month, and those are open to really business owners in the area, the community who are wanting to basically a way to advertise, a way to connect. And we do a really nice network meeting the first Wednesday of every month. It is at our community center at 8 o'clock, and it is open to our community. You do not have to be a member of the credit union in order to come. We would definitely like you to join and be a part of our membership.
Sure.
But that is not a requirement to come into our networking and just network and discuss your business and connect with other business owners in the area.
I will tell you, I went down there. Cassie Campbell invited me down there about a year and a half ago, I guess. I've lost the time frame now. Anyway, I got a sponsor out of it.
Yeah.
As a
So,
result,
there's
I present.
connections.
I
for
presented
sure.
the show to somebody as a potential sponsor. Next thing I know, they're on the show now. So there you go, and I appreciate that very much. So hello to Brianna Papantonio.
Oh, that's my sister-in-law.
Says hi, Winnie. Is that you?
Yeah.
Are you Winnie?
That's what the kids call me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah, we've got I've got 2 nephews. She's got 2 little boys, and I'm Aunt Winnie.
awesome. Now there's some place. I've been to so many places. There's some place they introduced Papantonio. Where was it? Because they phonetically spelled it out. Was it a ball game?
Maybe.
Could have been
I'm
a.
not sure.
Where's their kids play basketball? Tia Duggar?
Where do they play basketball? Oh no, her kids are little.
Tia little.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
her
introduced to
kids are little.
Papantonio because they was a cheerleader. It was a cheerleader. Papantonio up at Tia Duggar.
Okay. Well,
So-
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because they phonetically wrote the name out because it's. I know how. But anyway, so hello to Brianna Papantonio and hi Winnie. So you're Aunt Winnie. That's cool. So yeah, if you want to join the credit union, what is it? $5 to get started?
$5 to open a savings account. It's pretty painless. Be a member, and then you can take advantage of all of our services and perks that we offer at the credit union just for being a member.
If you're a company, she does a great job helping companies get loans to buy more vehicles, to upgrade your building or whatever. So you can help people doing that stuff too, right?
Yes, that is my role as a commercial loan manager. I'm basically the start point of contact for business accounts, and also can help with the lending services if the business needs lending. So fleet vehicles, equipment for construction companies, or just farm equipment in general if your business is your farm. There's just a lot of different avenues we can take to help and better your business, as far as just coming in, talking, building a relationship, and going forward.
She used to be the branch manager of the Oakland Avenue branch, and that's where I met her. And she did a wonderful job over there, got promoted. So we go back a ways.
I miss the
we're
branch.
buddies, ain't we?
I was over there last week for a little bit. And
Yep. Aubrey's doing a good job.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got promoted because you do a wonderful job. This lady's awesome. She's got a young'un that's a really good quarterback. He is, and here's the thing: he's not that tall. He got a heart like a lion. He's got a heart big as this room, and he walked on the field. The first game, they're all run together. First game, he threw. One of the games he had 4 touchdowns.
The first official game he started, was the Granger game.
Ranger game, okay.
Yeah, and he did really, really well. They threw the ball a lot, and
Yep.
I think he got 3 or 4 touchdown passes that game with several yards.
Yep.
So
Now he's playing basketball. He's a really good point guard on the JV team and on the varsity. You'll see and hear him tomorrow night on the varsity when we take on tomorrow night. Who is it? Crockett.
It'll be a game.
Yep, Crockett tomorrow night and Boone on Friday night. So, and we had 2 big wins back to back. Beat East and beat Happy Valley. So we got a 2-game winning streak. as I've said all along, it's, okay, we've lost 6 in a row. We played some really good competition in a 6-game losing streak. It's not where you are in January, it's where you are in March, where you're playing. I mean, it's like same with football. Remember the year we went 0-3, came out of the gate 0-3, and everybody's like, oh, everybody's on suicide watch. I said, boys, it don't matter in August and September. It matters in November. And
that
we went on to the
conference
playoffs.
play is where it's really
Absolutely.
important. And
You get
very
it.
thankful for the opportunity that the basketball team had to play in the Classic, and then we have played some really strong competition leading up to our conference play. And the first time we played Science Hill was not great, and the second time we played them, we hung with them the entire game. And I truly think that those Classic games,
Helped them.
playing better competition, definitely helped us play them better the next time we saw them.
This is why I want her to be on color commentating, because she's right. The first time we played Science Hill, we got beat by 29, and the second time last week, we had it down to 4. Got them down to 61-57, lost by 8, but we got it. And we went from 29 down to 8, so we are making strides. And they're gelling. Got a lot of new kids on the team and trying to mesh. Lost 4 or 5 to graduation last year, I think it was. So anyway, tomorrow night will be Crockett. Tonight we got a doubleheader, Tia Duggar boys basketball. Let's see, Isaac Fletcher's running the camera. 4:45 airtime with the JV boys, and then the 8th grade boys will play. This is our final.
Playing Greenville, aren't they?
Got the boys in green coming.
Yep.
The green team,
It's
as they
always
call
a
it.
game.
Oh, you can play Uno with Greenville. It's going to be great. It's 2 great communities. They love their sports programs. They don't like each other while they're playing, but they have a healthy respect for each other. Both about 15,000 population each city. I mean, it's just one of those built-in rivalries. So today it's the junior high or the middle school teams, and you best believe it matters to those guys too. And so we'll go in there at 4:45 with the JV and the boys varsity to follow. We'll do audio and video. Tomorrow night we've got doubleheader, Cyclones and, as she said, Crockett. Wednesday we got a doubleheader, Milligan and Truett McConnell coming to town. Milligan's ladies are undefeated, tops in the league, and with Lena Lyons, one of the leaders on the team from Elizabethton. Thursday we got Tia Duggar's girls against Sevier on 8th grade night. And then Friday night we got a doubleheader. We got back to over here at Cyclones and
Playing
Daniel
Daniel
Boone. So
Been a
week.
busy week.
Full week. But you know what? We like to carve out time for Whitney Blevins because she's awesome. So you played, didn't you? You play basketball?
I did.
Yeah.
I played basketball for Elizabethton.
Little point guard.
I was.
Whitney Bishop.
Yep.
Feisty is the word I've been told. So
Yeah. People wonder where Bryson gets his attitude from.
play, from
He
his
gets
mama.
it honest.
Yeah, he does get it honest. Plays a little attitude, I was told. A little feisty. So
Yeah.
if you elbowed her, you're going to get one back, right?
Figure it out, but
Which means yes. If you dish it to her, you best be ready to come take it because it's coming back your way. And that's okay. It's the law of the jungle. So it's good.
you're going to compete. You got to hang.
That's it.
So,
Amen. You got it. Thank you for coming by.
you're welcome.
4 point. Here's the funny thing. When we first started doing this, she said, I'm so nervous. I'm not nervous. Not now. She's not nervous now. She's a pro at it. 4.49 APR, is that right?
4.49 is our auto special right now.
Wow. That is a really good deal, folks. That's one you ought to, and it's for a limited time. So it's like, well.
Call
oh,
me, apply,
Yeah.
call somebody, check us out. It's
Yep.
worth it. It's worth it.
And don't wait till June or July because we don't know how long the promotion will go. It's for a limited time. So the old adage, make hay while the sun's shining. So you need to do it now. And if you're looking to get a new vehicle, here's the place to start.
Definitely.
Right here with
Yeah.
Whitney Blevins at Northeast Community Credit. You'll take a break, be right back. Leslie's here. It's that time of year to talk about Liberty. They're doing cast calling and tryouts and audition for the Liberty, the number one, the official outdoor drama of the great state of Tennessee, right up the road here at Sycamore Shoals State Park. And she joins us next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. And coming up, we've got college basketball, and we've got the NFL, and some baseball news coming up.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Sports. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton, great antique store. Why come shop at the Eagle Center?
We just have so many unique things that tell a story, that add character to your home and conversation, and there's something new to look at every single day. Every time you come in, you won't see the same thing twice, and it's just a good place to shop for those unique gifts.
What's the saying you always use, the cliche?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
That's it.
We have a building full of things that are just dying to tell stories.
Absolutely. 2 floors, over 50 vendors. Hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday.
Closed on Sundays for the Lord's Day.
That's right.
And you have gift cards too, right?
We have gift cards available.
Yep. The Eagle Center, downtown Elizabeth, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, and shop at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton.
Thank you, Tom.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Michelle Fuller saw your interview with my grandson Jackson, loved it so much, he will talk our ears off today when he gets home. And I'm sure, I hope so. He was a great kid, he said. This is my 11th school, I guess I've done. And Jackson Fuller's top 3 interviews. He said, he's in kindergarten. I said, you play football? He said, yeah. See that little boy over there? And I said, yeah. He was over there eating. You couldn't see he was with a bunch of them eating breakfast. He said, his name's Maverick. I hit him so hard I put a bump on his arm. I said, okay. What'd he do? He said, he hit me so hard like it broke my back. I said, okay, this is a kindergartner. Hilarious. Up at Cloudland Elementary where we were this morning. So thank you, Michelle. It's awesome. Your little guys, what'd you say, his grandson? Grandson, yep. Great kid. Yeah. Here's why I like doing these shows, these kids. Some of you may or may not remember the old Art Linkletter show. Kids say the darndest things a long time ago. Bill Cosby did it too. But Linkletter was the originator, and so, Linkletter rather. And so, I go do these shows. You ask these kids, you don't know what they're going to say. And that's the beauty of it. And Jackson just sat there and said, yeah, I hit his arm, put a bump on his arm right here. And he showed me where it was, and cute as a button. So, Miss Michelle, you got a good one there, and I appreciate you letting me interview him, and he was a good guy. Now, let me say, Brandon Blevins up here, he's got some numbers, yep. His first game, Bryson was 12 out of 17, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns in his first game. Pretty good for a freshman thrown into the fire when Red Slagle got hurt. Hello, Caden, C-A-D-N, Caden Gwynn. That's a new name. Michelle Fuller is not a new name, thank you. Lisa Baker, certainly not a – oh, no, Michelle is a new name, thank you. Lisa Baker is not a new name. Derek Nave's not a new name, nor is Leslie Broccoli a new name. She's a pro, a regular, and love your hair. I like how you got your hair doodled up. Looks very nice. So, anyway, she's not here to talk about sports. She's here to talk about
things.
Talking about Liberty celebration at Sycamore Shoals State Park, the official outdoor drama. It's in every weekend in June. Well, this don't show up in June and do it. They start now, and they're auditioning, and tell us what's going on and getting the cast ready to go. What's up?
All right, we're going to go back to it. Okay, so Liberty covers 4 major events. It is Tennessee's official outdoor drama, and this is going to be the big one because it's the 47th year it's been done. It's been called different things in the past, but Liberty, the saga of Sycamore Shoals for the last 15 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it will, this year, we're going to have some dignitaries come. I'm already in talks with a couple, I can't say who yet, but
right.
Okay, and I really want to try to get the vice president, or Pete Hegseth or somebody like that to come down, especially for Veterans Night.
Absolutely.
And I think it's doable. So if y'all out there know anybody that's got a connection to them, let us know. But it will cover the 4 major events that help start this nation, the free part of this nation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, freedom from British rule and taxation. So we'll do that. Our tryouts are January 25th is the first one. And I think there's still some things left open for it.
So when you come try out for Liberty, do we bring a script? Do you give us one? How does that work?
You don't bring a script, you just bring you
Okay.
and your best self. They will have excerpts from Liberty, and you'll just read an excerpt. You'll read, like if you want to do a male part, speaking part, you'll read a male part. If you want to do a female speaking part, you'll do that. There'll be people there that can read with you. If you need to do that, that's fine too. And if you happen to want to sing, there's a few places where we sing. If you happen to want to sing and you want to sing something so they can hear how you sound, that's fine too. But real simple, real easy. It's 5-minute increments for tryouts, so not a don't get messed up or worried or all crazy about it, because it'll be okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Don't panic, get worked up. It's a 5-minute audition.
Yeah, and we'll help you. It's not a problem. So, okay, so January 25th, that's a Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. And I'm going to give you a little website you can go to sign up for one. Saturday afternoon, January 31st from 2 to 5. So you got a Sunday the first weekend, and then a Saturday. You going to try out?
I'd love to do it if I could. I would love to be part of that. I think it's the coolest thing. It's the official outdoor drama of the whole state.
Yeah, and it's
right
about
here.
the founding of the state and the nation.
Oh yes,
so,
it's a big deal.
yeah.
So yes, I'd love to be in it,
Okay. We usually have over 100 cast, as well as the people that do the spots and the sound and all of that. So
but do you need a narrator? That's about all.
they don't narrate, but introduction in the beginning would be good.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay, all
I
right.
can be an MC, I guess.
Especially if the president comes. Anyway, we need men.
I would love to be. You talking about being? I don't get starstruck too much.
Oh,
Donald J. walk in or J.D. Vance walk in,
you get starstruck.
I get
would.
starstruck because I'm all about those guys. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I definitely would. Now, if they go to this QR code, they can go to a place where they can sign up for an audition.
Just put that up there for 30 seconds. If you are out there and take your phone, put it up against that phone. I think that's how it works. I think.
We definitely need men. We've got lots of man parts.
Mhm.
And they're all historical characters, very important, and to the drama as well as history. So men, we can always use men. We can use people. Women, we usually get enough women to try out, but the men, for some reason, I don't know. You might be able to shoot a black powder gun if you try out
There
and
you
get
go.
a man's part. So there you go.
So
they
the-
teach you how.
So the 25th and the 31st. Is that correct?
25th, 31st.
Yeah.
1 to 4.
1 to 4 at Sycamore Show. Just show
Yes.
up. You want to audition? We'll find the time for you to audition.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's typically a cast over 100, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's not like if I were doing, this is a big deal. And we try and emphasize that when she comes on and talks, not just now, but when you even get closer to the actual performances, which is every weekend in June. Again, I go back to it sounds like a broken record, but out of the whole state of Tennessee, this is the official outdoor drama for our state.
We got a brand new amphitheater to do it in. It holds about 450 to 500. You don't have to worry about costuming. If you get a part in the play, we have costuming for you that they check out to you. Also, you get paid. And we do have parts that aren't speaking parts. You can just walk on. It's called a walk on.
Be an extra, yeah.
You can be an extra, and you get paid for that as well. So, and the people that do sound and lighting, if you're a techie person, they get paid really well. So, I think, anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, folks, please consider what year anniversary is this?
47th for the show.
47th. Now, our country is 250 years old this year.
250th, and Tennessee itself 230th celebration. So,
I would think,
year.
I don't know his schedule, I don't know the man, but I would think our governor ought to be able to make it in here and be a part of this because it's, I don't know his
the
schedule.
230th for the Tennessee.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to reach out to him, get that on his calendar now because we'll look up and June will be here.
that's right.
I mean, it's hard to believe today's the 12th day of January. It's only the other day it was Christmas Eve, so we're already clicking off more time. But thank you. See you next Monday.
Thank you.
Thank
Sure.
you for coming. Come
Yep.
back and do it
Oh,
again
I'm
next
sorry.
week.
I just,
You smacked my leg. That's
I
okay.
just stabbed him.
That's it. It's okay.
Gosh.
They've got Band-Aids. It'll be okay here at Chick-fil-A. Not sure why.
We did one of those floats.
I have a
Are you
laceration
okay?
down my leg. Yeah, it's like Randy's over there just shaking his head like, that's my girl. We'll take a break. Well, thank you, dear, very much.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're going to take a look at some sports. We are. Right after this time out, we're live here at Chick-fil-A. Coming up in just a few minutes, the bottom of the hour, Dave, our guy, let's see, he's not here, but I know Gary Rose here. He'll join us at the bottom of the hour in about 10 minutes on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, you know, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend. Attorneys for closing we recommend. And you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. T.A. Duggar boys basketball tonight, doubleheader, final broadcast of the year. It's going to be a good one against the Green team out of Greenville. 4:45 airtime. Tip off at 5 o'clock with the JV. Isaac Fletcher running the camera for us, audio and video. Thank you, Isaac. And then we'll come back with the boys varsity in the nightcap. So, and this will do it for this year. They had 8th grade night, but they rescheduled tonight. We're doing the Cyclones. We can't do that. So, but we are going to do T.A. Duggar boys basketball tonight. We got the girls on Thursday. They do have 8th grade night on Thursday, and we'll have T.A. Duggar and the Severe Lady Warriors out of Kingsport. That's it'll be our final basketball broadcast for T.A. Duggar's ladies too. So it's hard to believe the season's winding down for the middle school, but the high school's just getting cranked up. We'll be there tomorrow night against Crockett. We'll be there on Friday night against Daniel Boone. Both home games, both biggies in the conference, and then on Wednesday we'll be at Milligan doing Truett McConnell and the Buffs. Both the Lady Buffs and the gentlemen. So that's coming up there. All right, Gary joins in a few minutes. College football playoffs, they're getting ready to tweak it. They're getting ready to monkey around with it, and they're going to make a change, I guarantee it. You know, I've learned with these guys, when they start talking, well, we're kicking around the idea. No, they've done more than kicking. It's going to happen. That's what they said when they start talking about the 12-team playoff format. Well, now they're talking 16. It'll go into effect. You wait and see. And so we'll have Gary, talk about that, and also SEC basketball. And, of course, a week from tonight's the national championship, and a lot of time talk about it, will be Miami and, obviously, the Indiana Hoosiers. And so that'll be coming up. Hello, Robin McKinney. How you doing, lady? Jacob Phillips, how you doing? Thanks for watching the show. This is our second stop today. We've already been up on the mountain at Cloudland Elementary with a tour of schools brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. So now we're at Chick-fil-A, our annual Monday stop here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, and we'll go catch our breath and come back and bring you 2 basketball games this afternoon. T.A. Duggar and Greenville boys JV and boys varsity. So going to be good. All right, heartbreaking over the weekend. If you're a Panthers fan, you got your heart broke. 34-31. Matthew Stafford down the field with a 71-yard game-winning touchdown drive. When he hit Colby Parkinson with a 19-yard touchdown with 38 seconds to go, Stafford 304 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win. Broke the back of the Panthers. Our buddy Brandon Young was there. Our buddy who does the PR for the Carter County Schools, also the pastor at Harmony Church. He said, man, I almost started crying. He said, it broke my heart. I said, yeah, if you're a Panthers fan, you got your heart broke. If you're a Jaguar fan, you got your heart broke. Josh Allen took them down the field, the Bills, and beat the Jags 27-24. First time in his career, Josh Allen led a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter of a playoff game. Didn't realize that. It's an interesting stat. The Bills franchise quarterback scored the game-winning touchdown on a 1-yard run with just 1 minute left to play. Also threw a 15-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter to help the Bills get a win. Bills' first road playoff win in 33 years. That's an incredible stat. Buffalo's first playoff win on the road in 33 years. Eagles blew it. 49ers pulled off a shocker going on the road, knocking off the Eagles. I called that one. 23-19, 49ers win it. They lose George Kittle to a torn Achilles tendon. He won't be back, I wouldn't think, for this year. In fact, I know he won't. So Christian McCaffrey came up big with a couple of touchdowns, including the game-winning score on a 4-yard pass from Brock Purdy. The Patriots last night held off the Chargers 16-3 in a defensive game. Drake May tied in pass to Hunter Henry in the Panthers' 16-3 win on a 20-yard. New England did so on a 28-yard touchdown pass. First team to score a touchdown win the game. New England did it, went on to win it 16-3. They'll play the winner now of tonight's game between the Texans and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. So, oh gosh, it was some good football. So now the Texans and the Steelers in Pittsburgh tonight. Mid-30s, no snow, but mid-30s going to be cold and probably getting colder as the evening goes on. And so that's the weather forecast tonight for the football game that's coming up in Pittsburgh. So having said that, I'm trying to find my notes here. Get the NFL ready to go. We got Trinidad Chambliss in the news. He's going to play next year. Matt LaFleur's meeting with the Packer brass today. See if he's there. It is. See if he's going to be having a job. See, you go into the. All right, I'm in the media. I'm going to get on my soapbox here for a second, and we'll move on and get Gary here in a second. I'm in the media. All right. You're paid big bucks to coach these teams. I get that. You go in the media room, you sit down, you just got your heart broke, you blow an 18-point lead and lose to the Bears in Chicago. They hate each other. The coach for the Bears, pitiful. F the Packers, I hate the effing Packers, on air, live mic. Really? Then we wonder why our kids do what they do because they see what these guys do on national television in the NFL or in professional sports. It's like, well, they can do it. It's okay. No, it's not okay. No, it's not okay. Sorry. So if the NFL had any guts, they'd fine this guy for letting that rip. Well, Tom, everywhere you go, you hear the F word. Doesn't make it right. And certainly to make it right for the coach to have a live mic in the locker room and he's just ripping the other team. Inside locker room, closed quarters, no mics. I don't like that word anyway, but you can do. I guess you can do what you want. But to do it live and it goes out, no. To me, it's inexcusable, but that's just me. It is my show, and I got my opinion. You can differ, and that's okay. But my mom used to say, people who cuss don't have any sense. They have those who cuss have a limited vocabulary and they aren't very smart. She used to tell us that. I don't know why, just to keep us from doing it. Did you ever have a bar of soap in your mouth? I did. I remember the first time I said the S word. Well, I think it's just a bunch of. I saw her Crockett next to come with me. Into the bathroom we go with a bar of Irish soap. Said, chew on that for a minute. I had no clue. Oh, you got backhanded too? Yeah. Well, you can't do that now. You get in trouble. But I ate soap. I had a little bar of soap in my mouth. She said, you'll clean it out of there. You won't sit again. You know what? I never did either. I was a quick learner. I was puking in the toilet with bubbles coming out of my mouth. I'm thinking, okay. Message sent, message received. So it only happened once. And I was just, I don't know, I was in grade school. Let it rip. So this guy's dropping the F-bomb in the air. Totally inexcusable, in my opinion. Well, Tom, you're just an old fuddy-dud. You know I am, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Why do you have to even use the word? You hear it all the time. You hear it in movies, you hear it on TV. Okay. Anyway, this guy, the coach, Ben Johnson, set it for the Bears. They move on. Matt LaFleur's meeting with the Packers. I haven't checked to see. He's supposed to meet with them either last night or today, see if he still has a job. So anyway, my point to all this, I'm getting where I'm going as a media guy. You walk in the locker room, you just got your heart broke. You got a room full of guys back there that are tore up because they just lost the game. You sit down, you take a big deep breath, take a drink at the podium. This idiot asks you, are you think you're going to lose your job? Why would you ask somebody that? This is what I've always wanted to do because I've seen this happen 2 or 3 times in my career. I've seen when the media guys sit down and they get questions asked to them, when a fellow media person interviews another media person, and they'll say, that question's out of bounds. It's off limits. But then when you ask, it's a little different when the shoe's on the other foot. So, if you sit down and ask somebody when you messed up, and he messed up, he said, I'm going to be sitting there laying tonight in the bed looking up and thinking, what did I do wrong? What could I have done right to win that game? But to walk into the press room, the first question you get, or one of the first, is, you think you'll lose your job? What an idiot to even ask that question. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. NFC games coming up on Saturday will be San Francisco at Seattle, number 6 49ers, number 1 Seahawks. I'm predicting the 49ers are going to win on the road. I guess it'll be an upset to the number 1 seed. I think the 49ers will win that game. The other game on Saturday, the number 6 seed, the Bills, will be at number 1 Denver. I'm going to call for the Bills upset. I think both number 1 seeds are going to go down. What do you have to base it on? Nothing, just a gut feeling. On Sunday, NFC, the Rams, the number 5 seed in Chicago, to battle the Bears at number 2. I don't like the coach for what he said. He's probably a good coach. He didn't need to say what he said, but I'm going to take the Bears to win the game. And then tonight's winner, the Steelers and the Texans, will be at New England on Sunday for the other semifinal of the AFC. So that's your NFL games coming up. All right, Trinidad Chambliss, let's cover some sports real quick. We got Gary coming in and taking a look at a lot of sports. My buddy Gary Rose in the house. I think I saw his lovely bride just walk in, too. We could put her on the show, but I don't think – no, not going to happen. No. He just went, nah. All right, Trinidad Chambliss. Okay. He petitioned the NCAA. They said, no, you can't, but we're not – for the reasons we gave, we're not going to give you another eligibility. So what's he do? Go get an attorney. The attorney's going to file an injunction and sue the NCAA because they won't let him play. So why have rules? I mean, okay. They petitioned him. He went through the proper channels. The NCAA heard his petition, heard his plea for another year of eligibility because of what happened back at Ferris State when he had some respiratory problems back then. They documented it. Okay. NCAA said, okay, appreciate the presentation. We feel this time we're not going to grant you another year of eligibility. So what's it? He go gets attorneys. Now they're going to sue him. Chambliss, now here's where it comes. Here's the whole rub to the whole thing. He's already said he's coming back next year. They're going to pay him somewhere. Now listen to this. The quarterback for Ole Miss could be making $6 million next year. Now, if he doesn't play, he doesn't get the money. Okay. If he doesn't play, he don't get the money. Guess who else doesn't get the money? His attorneys. So we're going to make sure. So Ole Miss also is going to appeal the case to the NCAA. But he has 2 attorneys have already set up a, what were they calling this thing? Plan to file suit against the NCAA for an injunction so he can play next year. So, okay. Are you for this guy playing? Well, sure, but if he went through the proper channels and he didn't get what he wanted, okay, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to get an attorney and get what I want. Okay. So then I'll ask myself, well, why do we even have rules? I mean, he went through the proper channels. They said no, and they gave the reasons why no. And they haven't rubber stamped everybody. Some people they let come back for another year of eligibility. So it's not like they always say no to everybody. But anyway, Trinidad Chambliss, more than likely, if they go through the courts and get what he wants, more than likely he'll be back. There she is. The boss is in the house. So, and she knows it, and he knows it. Mrs. Rose here, boys and girls. So let me tell you real quick before we go to the break. He's going to join us. We got lots to talk about, but right now, Cannon's Furniture, everything in the store is 50% off. Everything in the store. Recliners, they have 50 recliners you can go in and sit down and touch and feel. They got cloth, they got leather. They got them heated. They've got the kind you can, with the hand, the manual. They got the button, the electric. They got all these different recliners. They got 50 of those. Are all half price right now. They got lift chairs. They have 15 or 16 different lift chairs for you to sit down and touch and feel and pick out the one you want, then they'll deliver for you like the next day or one day this week. Dining room tables, dinettes, lift chairs, recliners, mattresses, sectional, sofas. Everything's half off, even the mattresses. They've got those 2 mattresses, Nectar and Dream Cloud, where they have a 365-day warranty. Now, you think of that. Talk about somebody stand behind the product. You can buy it for 365 nights, which would put you to January the 12th of next year. At any point, you can say, it's not what I want. 6 months into it, 8 months into it, 2 days into it, it's not what I want, and you'll get your money back. Is that not crazy? That's crazy. It's great. It tells you how good they believe in the product. Nectar and Dream Cloud mattresses at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabeth. It's a mom and pop business. Be loyal, buy local, and buy it from Cannon's. You know what's crazy? They make 2 trips a week on the Norm to Churchill, Mount Carmel, and Kingsport. You know how many furniture stores you pass between Kingsport and Elizabethton? And they go in, they make at least 1, sometimes 2 trips a week full of furniture over to deliver to folks in those parts of our region. So pretty neat stuff, and they go everywhere too, not just in Kingsport and Hawkins County. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. He's here. We got the college football playoff bracketing. Hello, Clayboy Minton. How you doing, sir? He and I used to work together. What a great guy. Thought must make could shoot the lights out with the basketball. He played for Sullivan North. Good night, he could shoot. So hello to Clay. Thank you for watching, sir. And we'll take a break. We got college football playoff format going to be tweaked. Yes. College basketball is going to be tweaked. We'll let him cry about his Wildcats. Are you any happier about him? He's not any happier about him, no. It's all in his response. So Tennessee laid an egg down in Florida, never got off the plane. 91-67, got cooked yesterday or Saturday. Yesterday, the Lady Vols cooked. They beat Arkansas by 35. There's Mrs. Tipton, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. Mary, wave at us. Let's do that. She can't see us. Just wave. She's awesome. Quick break. He joins us next. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Talking to our buddy Molly Hurley from Chick-fil-A. It's football time in Tennessee, the late John Ward would say. On a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon or even on Sunday to watch NFL, you can get your trays from Chick-fil-A. Tell us what we can get there.
Yes, you can. You can get nugget and strip trays, fruit, salad, mac and cheese. We've got cookies, brownies. We've got wraps and veggie wraps. And then we also have our sub sandwich trays that have our cold grilled chicken, lettuce, tomato. Those are really good. And if you're getting it for a Sunday for the NFL games, you can also get the nuggets and strips chilled, so that way we'll cool them down for you, give you reheat instructions, and you can pop them in the oven and have them ready for your party.
How do we order? How do we get them?
You can call the store at 423-297-1266, or you can go online or use your Chick-fil-A app to place an order online.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and 423-297-1266. Our buddy Molly Hurley, marketing lady from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton, proud sponsor of the Tom Bailey Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. And back on the Tom Bailey Sports Show, let's get his name on the screen. His agent, which would be his wife, will protest. I want my man on the screen. So,
paper or something.
She what?
Be suing for some wrapping paper.
That's exactly right. She's over. She's not even paying attention.
Now listen, you ever want a good tutorial on how to wrap the perfect Christmas present? If that's your person. If you want to talk about sports, not so much.
Oh, she's one of those gets down and gets it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's.
We wouldn't get along.
No.
I wrap mine in newspaper.
Yeah, well, now that my daughter's got old enough, that's who does mine now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let me tell you how bad it got at my house. I got so tired of wrapping. I got the girls some sweatshirts from Mardell's, Christian sweatshirts.
Yeah.
I just put them in, went and got these 13-gallon garbage bags, put them down there and put it on the side with a Sharpie. To Sam at the London. Here. I ain't wrapping them. They don't care.
Where does wrapping paper end up? In that same garbage bag?
In a trash bag.
You know,
kids don't care.
No.
I had an aunt. God, it would take her 4 days to. take the corners.
Oh,
and
yeah.
do this and
Yeah.
each to their own. And I'm thinking, really? So when the kids get the presents, they don't go, well, I don't know
Wow,
this.
look
It's too
at
pretty.
Look how wrapped this is. This
yeah,
is beautiful.
well, we can't open this. We just want to look
Yeah.
at it. No, we're ripping, tearing, want to know what's inside the package.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if Mrs. Rowe likes to do it that way, we let Mrs. Rowe do
We
it that
let her
way.
be happy.
That's
That's exactly right.
when Mama's happy.
You want to rock that boat.
No, when Mama's happy, everybody's happy. I get
Yep.
it. We get it. Hello, Brandon Blevins. How you doing, sir?
Brandon Blevins, come on down.
I didn't know this guy was a wrestler. Did you know that?
Brandon Blevins?
Yeah, I did not know that. Richard Oakes told me at Poor Travs last week. I'm not even sure how we got started. He said, you know, Brandon Blevins. Oh, no, I showed him a picture of me and Goldberg up at the Speedway. We had
Yeah.
the Dukes up, taking
Yeah.
up. He said, you know Brandon Blevins, the wrestler from here in Elizabeth? And I said, had no clue. His wife was just on the show. I confirmed that. In fact, he still is a wrestler. He is. I don't even know what his name is in the ring, but he's watching, so
Okay.
I can see
Well, I
him
know a
there.
couple, but I know maybe a different Brandon Blevins than maybe the one we're talking about.
Yeah. This is Bryson's daddy.
Yeah, I know. I know you're talking about
Know
now.
which
But
one?
there's
Yeah.
another one that goes to my church as well.
Oh, is there
Brandon
really?
Blevins, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain. I hope I'm right. I think it looks like this. Yeah, that's him. So,
Yeah.
based on the family picture. Yep. I said, how did Bryson do that first ball game for the Cyclones? He rattled off 12 out of 17, 3 touchdowns. Dad knew on his first
Oh,
starting
yeah.
assignment as quarterback.
Yeah.
We're
Good little
talking-
athlete.
We're talking. Oh, absolutely, great basketball player too. Talking earlier in the show about his son, and she came by and said, which is a really screaming deal, 4.49 APR, 4.9% APR on car loans right now at Northeast Community Credit Union.
There
That's
you
a
go.
smoking deal there
That's a great deal.
for 48 months.
Yeah.
4.49% APR. That is a good deal. Hello, Steve Shipley, Middle Tennessee. How you doing, Coach? Never got the respect you deserve, my humble opinion. Called his games when we were Dobbins Minute together back in the day. All right, so here we go. 16 team. Here's what always happens. We sat here and talked about this last year.
Yeah.
Well, there's talk about it. Well, if it reaches the talking stage, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
16 team format. As soon as next year, if Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti, and Greg Sankey can reach a specific compromise. Now, here's what I like. The college football playoff leaders, including all 10 FBS commissioners, the Notre Dame athletic director, Pete Bevacqua, I don't think I said his name right, Bevacqua, and the 11 presidents and chancellors will meet on January 18th, this Sunday in Miami, to determine if they're going to have a new format for the national championship.
Yeah.
They're expected to discuss two models. Get your take on these. A 16-team field includes 5 conference champs and 11 at-large teams, and another format with 24 teams. What do you think? What do you like?
I'll be honest. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, to be completely honest about it, right now I don't think it's the right system. We just talked about before we went on air that Miami's lucky to even be in the thing, and they didn't even play in their conference championship, and
Yep.
here they were playing for the national title. So we know it's not a perfect system now. Something's going to have to happen, but I think either way it's going to affect. Okay, so you expand the field. What do you do with your scheduling? Do you still require so many conference games? So now you're going to increase probably your losses.
Yep.
Especially in your major conferences, and especially SEC and Big Ten. So do you expand, or do you go back to allowing teams to play, or do you shorten the season? Do you do away with conference championships? I don't know. There's a lot of questions there that the reasoning behind it, we don't really know the reasoning behind it other than we know it's money.
Yeah.
But is it to try to level the field, or is it trying to please bowl sponsors?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you and I both, we talked about this too a few weeks ago. Outside of playoff bowls, they're meaningless. I mean, players.
You're getting ready to talk about that.
Players don't want to play. They opt out, for potential draft stock and that type of stuff. So there's a lot of factors here. But I think you have to consider schedules. I think that's the big one. Do we allow teams to schedule, or do you require them to schedule so many Power 5 games, or do you expand your, or do you keep the expansion of conference games? Do you allow them to kind of schedule some more cupcakes to better their? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to this, and I like the possibility of a 16 team more so than I do a 24, because you're talking about, say just hypothetically, the top 24 teams in the nation, just hypothetically, top 24 teams in the nation playing a college football playoff. Really and truthfully, beyond 12, 13, there's no way they can compete with your top. The bottom half of that cannot compete with the top half.
Yep.
They just can't do it.
Tulane proved that.
Yeah, Tulane proved it. James
So
Madison
James
proved
that. Yeah.
Liberty proved that a couple years ago, and that's alma mater. I love Liberty, but they got smoked by Oregon. And that's going to happen. Just when you have these majors versus mid majors in your top 25, I almost wish we would be looking towards, and this may be a complete money loss, and it probably would be, but you move away from expanding a field to include mid majors. That you maybe expand the field for your 5 majors, and you create another playoff program, a playoff system, two-tiered playoff system for your mid majors.
Big boys and the mid majors.
Yeah.
So I think that would work.
I do too, and I don't think you lose considerable money. You start asking James Madison fans to travel to Phoenix. It's not going to happen. I would think venues and bowl sponsors lose money by hosting a bowl like that. Whereas if you have a 2-tiered system and you've got James Madison playing Tulane in Atlanta, I think that is lucrative for everybody.
I agree with you. Now, here's the whole linchpin of the whole thing. They voted these guys to have the power, and so they've got the power. We're talking about the Big Ten and the Big 12. If they don't want to do this, it's not going to happen. I'm trying to find where it is in the story. Under the new government instruction, any changes to the future format are now in the hands of the commissioners and Bavacqua, who's the Notre Dame athletic director. So somewhere in here, I didn't highlight last time I went through all this, but it has to be approved because they voted. When they sat down and did this, they voted. 'Cause that's about the bowls. Somewhere in here, I had the stupid thing. I highlighted it. Anyway, it all comes down. They voted to say the Big Ten and the SEC have the deciding vote on any of this, and they're all okay with this. Wish I could find it. Dadgummit. Let me look through real quick.
I was thinking towards the beginning there, where I thought it was. Can reach a specified compromise, multiple sources, yeah.
The two power brokers, SEC and the Big 12, meaning that even with the majority in favor of the change, the playoff could remain at least 12 next season if and only if the Big Ten and the SEC say yes, we're going to expand the format.
Right.
Now, the other added twist to this is you look at the indecision surrounding the playoff futures having a trickle-down effect on the bowl system. We sat there and talked about nobody cares about these bowls.
No.
They had 41 bowl games this year, including the 6 college football playoff bowls. That leaves 70 teams that played in a non-college football playoff bowl this season. Only 3 of them were below the 500 bowl eligibility mark at 5 and 7. They're so desperate for teams now. It used to be you had to have 6 wins. In some cases, because they ran out of 6-win teams, they went 5 and 7.
That's
so
pathetic.
You had a team's losing record to go to these bowl games that nobody cares about.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
So,
I mean, let's be honest. Did you watch any of them?
No.
I mean, I used
the first one.
I used to love bowl season. But
yeah. No, I don't watch any.
College sports has evolved so much that they've taken the fun completely out of it, and players have fallen right along, hook, line, and sinker, and they don't have to play. They're not going to play. Why would I want to watch a team play this not who's played all year long?
Yeah.
I just not going to do it. From December to January, I was glued to a TV. I love to watch bowl games. But if it's not a playoff game anymore, I really could care less.
And the guys don't care either.
No.
I mean, let's cut it where let's just be honest. All
Yeah.
right. Got another one before we get into basketball. Got another little story I thought was interesting. I thought you'd enjoy. Got our buddy Gary Rose in here every week. I've had 3 people last week, and you're on the show and said, man, he really does a good job. We look forward to it. So you're gaining
that.
fans.
No, I appreciate that.
I do too. I don't bring just anybody on the show. Hello, Linda Harmon. Hello to Josh Brown. So teams, this is an interesting stat. These are Power 4 teams that did not have a coaching change that have seen the highest portal attrition so far. So in other words, they kept the coaching staff. Now, when the coaches leave, I get it. Coaches didn't leave. West Virginia had 46 guys leave the program. All right. Now, not all of them are starters, but still, bodies are bodies. Florida State lost 38. Our boy Dion out in Colorado, 35. For the second year, he's had over 30 guys leave the program.
I think he's leaving.
Oh. So, don't get me started.
I do. I think he's leaving.
Mississippi State, 34 transfers.
Wow.
Baylor, 30. Central Florida, 30. Then other Power 4 programs with a coaching change have already reached the 25, without a coaching change, they've already reached at least 25. Ohio State's lost 29. I don't know how many of those are starters. Louisville's lost 28. North Carolina, Belichick, I get it, lost 27. Syracuse, 26. Illinois, 25. Kansas, 25. Oklahoma, 25. Tennessee's lost 25.
Shocker.
So there you go. So these are schools that didn't lose their coach, led by West Virginia with 46. Ohio State loses 29 guys to transfer portal.
1, 2, so 3 SEC schools.
Yep.
Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Mississippi State.
Yep.
3
schools losing that many people. So to the transfer portal.
I've given Calipari too much credit in the last couple of weeks, but I loved his. He and Pitino and some of the old guard of college coaches have really, on a basketball side of it, and I think it has to translate into football as well. NCAA's got to step in on this and take a stand, and say, look, you've got 5 years to get 4 years of playtime with 1 transfer.
You're right.
And they're going to have to do something. I keep saying they'll lose fan base, but that's not going to happen. People are going to be loyal to their school. But they may not lose fan base, but they got to know fan base is not happy. You want a consistent team to root for every year. And kid, you give him a transfer. Okay, that's fine. Now, whether or not we want to include that as to be a medical, circumstantial transfer, family member dies, so forth. It used to be kind of the big ones with NCAA. They would grant a transfer without having to sit out a year if a family member died, there was sickness, they had to move back home, whatever, or a coaching change. And I think those are still valid. But 5 years, so okay, you transfer, you got to sit out a year, just kind of like the old rules were. But you've got 5 years to get in. You got 5 years to get in 4 years of play with 1 transfer.
Well put. We'll see. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll switch, talk a little hoops, a little basketball next on Tom Dolan Sports Show. We're live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
Here you go, folks.
So
It's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillard Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're talking sports. Gary Road coming up to you. Duggar boys basketball doubleheader coming up today. It's the final games of the year for us streaming, and it'll be 4:45 with the boys JV, and right after that it'll be 6 o'clock the varsity boys, and that'll be again against Greenville, the green team at T.A. Duggar. So audio and video. Isaac Fletcher running the camera for us. When was the last time, sir, SEC basketball, you had Vanderbilt on top of the SEC men and SEC women's standings in the same year?
Yeah, they had some strong teams on the men's side for a few years. They've had some competitive teams, but I don't recall a time that both were at the top. That's it's impressive.
Yeah.
What a year for them.
Yes.
Football, basketball, they're always competitive in baseball. So all three majors, they've become all of a sudden the Florida and Texas of the SEC.
Exactly right.
So,
I mean, they really are doing a good sports program across the board. Football, we know what the football did.
Yeah.
So it was more than Diego Pavia, but
Yeah.
he had a big part of it. Hello, Patsy Lyons. How you doing, lady?
Their basketball team gets after it.
They play hard.
They play hard.
Yep.
It's a different brand than what we're used to seeing at Vanderbilt. More of a Vanderbilt's accustomed to being a three-point shooting team. Their offense evolves around spotting up shooters and more methodical offense. And now they just guard the paint off your jersey and take you in transition. It's different, and they can still shoot. So tough team.
You got it. All right, so SEC, here we go. No games tonight. Tomorrow night, the polls come out today, but as of right now, Tennessee, 21st ranked, will be hosting Texas A&M. Balls look bad on Saturday. They got drilled.
I listened to some of it. I'm going to tell you, Florida is continuing to improve. They're a good team. I'm not sure. I've said all year that Arkansas may be the most athletic team, but Florida's right on their heels.
They can play.
They're big and again, you'll hear me say this all throughout basketball season. It's all about guard play. Somebody that can direct an offense, and they've got that. And Arkansas's got that, and Alabama they have that. With Holloway there at Alabama, and Florida, of course, has it. Of course, they lost their big gun from last year, but they're very capable at the guard position this year, and they're very big, very very physical. So, yeah. But Tennessee, they met a buzzsaw Saturday. Florida was ready. I think they out-physicaled them. Their physicality's there. With a good Florida team, and I think they just they ran into a wall.
91-67 wall they hit.
Yeah.
So Alabama will be at Mississippi State tomorrow night, and then Florida will play at Oklahoma. That's on Tuesday. Wednesday, where your boys play? You've got they're at LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
At the Pete Maravich Assembly Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough place to play.
Yeah.
It really is.
The boy could play.
Yeah.
Pete Maravich.
Pete Maravich is tough. Yeah.
Dale Brown went back, the former coach, and went back and this is before three-point. He went back and drew a line on the court where he shot those shots.
Yeah.
He averaged 44 as it was. If they had a three-point back when Pete Maravich played, he would have averaged 52 points
52,
a game.
That's incredible. Yeah.
And they came out every night with some kind of a gimmick defense. They still couldn't stop him.
Nobody.
The guy averaged 44 points a night.
He was a wizard with the ball.
Oh.
And he was Magic Johnson that could shoot like Steph Curry. So.
So why do we not? The reason I'm bringing him up is that's the name of the arena where they played LSU in Baton Rouge, the Pete Maravich Assembly Center.
Yeah.
So you throw out a Michael Jordan, and you throw out Kobe Bryant and Larry Bird and Wilt Chamberlain, all these guys, but Pete Maravich never gets mentioned. And yet in college he averages 44 points a game. Why not? Why don't we give him the props he's due? Too fancy? Too
not flashy enough?
Too flashy?
Maybe
with the behind the back dribble and all that. I mean,
maybe he wasn't. I don't know. That's to be honest. I'm not sure Bird gets the recognition.
Oh,
You
no.
know, and there's a lot of players like that. But I mean, Maravich was in a league of his own though, and you're right. He just doesn't get it. He wasn't. You know, he didn't have a lot of sponsorship. So he that has something to do with it. But no. He was a phenom to watch. I know that.
Yep. Go back and watch his highlight. Just go to YouTube, type in Pete Maravich highlights, and sit down, and it'll blow your mind. He was good in the pros too.
Sure he was.
But in the college, I mean, the guy scored 44 points a night, every night.
Every night.
Nobody could stop him.
Yep.
That's without a 3-point shot.
Yep.
Pistol Pete Maravich. Of course, he's gone.
Yep.
He got saved right before he died. In fact, he died playing pickup basketball. James Dobson, Focus on the Family.
Yeah.
I've heard his testimony where they were playing a pickup game in the gym, and he collapsed and fell in the lap of James Dobson, and Pete Maravich died in his lap.
Yeah.
What a
Have you
story.
ever seen The Pistol? The movie The Pistol?
Mm-hmm. I
It's
got
a
it.
good movie. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So Kentucky plays LSU on Wednesday night. We feel good about that one? Do you feel good about any of them?
We're a heckle and jive. Heckle and jive.
Hmm?
That's about right.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde
Yep.
team for sure. Still trying to find identity. I'm not sure they will.
Yeah.
And now our point guard's gone for most likely. The guy that was supposed to be our lottery pick, big guy that has missed most of the season. I think he's played 4 games. You know, he was out against Mississippi State with a swollen knee, the same knee that he'd torn at Arizona State. So, you know, I say all that. They played the best they played all year on Saturday and you know, beat Mississippi State at home. You know, I like us at LSU, but, you know, if any team, any of these other ranked teams, I just right now, I don't think we're prepared for them. We're a lower tier team, so we can compete with lower tier teams. So I don't, you know, but there's a lot of pressure right now on Mark Pope. I can tell you that.
Other games on Wednesday night at SEC: Ole Miss at Georgia, Auburn at Missouri, South Carolina at Arkansas, and Texas will host Vanderbilt. Saturday, the Wildcats come to the Food City Center in Knoxville.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a bad day for us. Tennessee's very physical. Kentucky doesn't. They don't like physicality, and we struggle so badly on. So in transition, we can play with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't play good enough defense to get us into a transition offense, and so that spells disaster for a team that's physical and a very methodical offense like Tennessee is, and so it could be disastrous on Saturday. I hope not, but I'm hoping for the best. But I'm realistic as well, and I think it could be a tough day for us.
Hello, Nicole Gwynn. Thank you for watching, lady. We do have T. Duggar boys basketball starting at 4:45 this afternoon. Audio and video against the green team coming in from Greenville. Need we say more? So your standings look like this: Vanderbilt and Texas A&M on top of the leaderboard at 3-0. Georgia 2-1, Arkansas 2-1, Missouri 2-1, Florida 2-1, Mississippi State 2-1. Then you go below 500 right now. It's early. Alabama 1-2, Tennessee 1-2, Oklahoma 1-2, Auburn 1-2, as is Texas and Kentucky, South Carolina and Ole Miss. LSU winless at 0-3. So you feel good about that? I mean, that kind of gives you a little hope going there. They haven't won a conference game yet.
Yeah, I mean, I do like us at LSU. But it's just, you know, like I said, Mississippi State, I think, is kind of one of those lower tier teams. Auburn's very scrappy, but they're not the Auburn of the Bruce Pearl days. I think Texas is kind of in that category, as is South Carolina and Ole Miss right now. Missouri, who beat Kentucky at home this past week, Missouri is I wouldn't consider them a super athletic team. They're big. So I think before it's said and done, they're probably going to be in that lower part of the bracket as well, the standings. But you know, Georgia's big. Georgia's a pretty good team. They're probably going to be around the midpoint of the standings, I would imagine. Vanderbilt and A&M, Florida, Tennessee, those teams are going to be your upper tier teams, and I think those will be the teams that are going to get into your tournament. With teams, including my Wildcats, could be on the outside looking in, really scrapping to try to get into the tournament. So, it's going to be a crazy year for SEC basketball. It's the parity is there across the board, and so any away game for a team is a tough win.
It'll be a tough draw.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, anywhere you go. So, Kentucky never plays well. South Carolina, they never play well at Georgia, and they never play well at Vanderbilt. So don't know why that is. It's just been historical. I mean, it's just I guess it's some kind of juju on those in those courts, but they just don't play well. Of course, Vanderbilt's like playing in a sardine can. You've got.
Is that where the floor they're down below the floor?
Floor's elevated, and benches are on the end, and so it's a different animal anyways, and so with them having a good team, it makes it even tougher. So it's going to be a fun season. As far if you're into parity and teams that probably shouldn't be winning, this may be your year for as an SEC fan. So.
See if anything in the news breaking. Packers will try and keep LaFleur as head coach. Okay.
I think it's a good move.
Let's see. LSU likely adding Sam Levitt, the quarterback from Arizona State, going to LSU. He'd been in Knoxville. Apparently didn't want to stay there. Let's see. LeBron gets I don't care about that. Let's see. Gamecocks women's polls out. Let's see where Tennessee falls in the.
Kentucky's women had a big win yesterday against Oklahoma.
Let's see, where is it?
Probably should put them in the top 5.
Well, we just like to have the whole list. Where would it be? Apparently, it's not going to be where I can get to it anytime soon. So, Kentucky, yep, round out the top 10.
Yeah,
Lady Wildcats.
They should have put them. They were at 6. Should have put them probably in the top 5 after they beat Oklahoma yesterday. I would imagine.
SEC has 9 teams in the top 25. So
yeah.
Doesn't see where Tennessee's at.
Just a tough conference.
Yeah. So it looks like Packers will try and keep Matt LaFleur as the head coach. So I thought Ben Johnson was pitiful. The Bears. The Packers. I mean, he's went live mic, and I'm thinking, okay. And we wonder why our kids do it because they see it on TV. It's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm against him. I mean, he's a great coach. Bears will probably. Yeah. I got him winning the game this week against. Who they playing? Rams. Got the Rams going into Chicago. I got them beating the Bears. Or beating the Rams. But come on, man. You don't need to do that. So we wonder why our kids do what they do because they see it on TV and they think it's okay. We mimic, emulate what we see.
Absolutely.
And that's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, everybody says it, Tom. Everybody drops the F word. Don't mean it's right.
No.
It doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pastor, does it?
Well, no.
Doesn't make it right just because everybody says it.
No.
I mean, everybody's smoking dope. Okay. Mama used to say in high school, Mama, everybody's smoking. Don't mean you're going to.
No, that's right.
But my buddy does. She said, I don't raise your buddy. I raise you. You're not going to.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I said,
a few times.
No, ma'am. I got you loud and clear.
Yeah.
So, oh, boy.
I've heard that a few times.
Oh, boy. And you know what? I didn't like it then, but I sure do appreciate it now.
I do, too.
Thank you, Mama. Yeah. And my dad said, no, boys, we ain't doing that at our house. So, as I said, the first time I let that SH word rip, let's walk in and get that great big old ivory bar soap. They look like a cinder block. Chew on that for just a minute. I thought she was kidding me. So I thought, either that or I'm going to die. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I have 2 choices. So I just kept, I had it in my mouth maybe 10 seconds. I just had a bunch of bubbles in my mouth and spit it in the toilet. And I thought, took care of that. I'll wash your mouth out with soap. I just thought she was joking, which she wasn't. And I didn't say that word again. So
yeah.
There you go. Get you some lunch. You don't want to hear about my grown-ups. So see you next week.
Yep, I'll be here.
Have lunch with Mrs. Rose in the house.
All right.
And we'll take a break. We'll come right back. We will wrap it up right after this from our buddy. If you're not happy with your auto insurance, I know a guy can take care of you. Takes care of mine. Does a wonderful job. Rick Walters, if you're a teacher, let me tell you why his rates are so low, which I think is really cool. He'll tell you this in our segment. Is when they insure teachers, where are their cars sitting all day long? At a school parking lot as a teacher. So the likelihood of a wreck in claims is way down because most of the cars, the teachers, aren't out on the road during the day. They're parked at the school parking lot. So the claims are way down because it's just a numbers game because not that many teachers out driving during the school day. Therefore, their rates are very, very, very low and very affordable. And Horace Mann's been around for hundreds of years to insure teachers, but you don't have to be a teacher. I'm living proof. You can be anybody. And Rick Walters, by the way, is the #1 Horace Mann agent in the country. Not in the South, not in Tennessee, but in the United States of America. He's the #1 Horace Mann agent over, I think it's 2,000 agents. He's numero uno. He's about to tell you about his auto insurance here in the Tom Daly Sports Show. And one of our great sponsors here in the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, auto insurance. How can you help folks with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things that we do here at Horace Mann is we kind of target our niche market as educators, school teachers, school employees, cafeteria workers, custodians, superintendents. We cater towards the educational community, and we design all of our products for that purpose. Some of the things that we do, for example, if a teacher has an accident and she has her Horace Mann insurance on school property or while she's on school business, even if it's her fault, no matter what her deductible is, we're not going to charge her a deductible. We're going to waive that. If her car gets vandalized on school property, we're not going to have a deductible for that either. If somebody takes something out of her car while it's on school property, that's also going to be covered with no deductible. If they have, say, a computer that belongs to the school and they get into a car wreck and it gets destroyed, we're going to replace that computer for the school system. And so if they ever have to transport a student in their car, a lot of companies would consider that business use of your car. And so what Horace Mann does, we said, hey, look, we understand that you're a teacher and there's an emergency situation at times, even though the school board says not to do it. If you're going on a field trip and the bus holds 30 kids and you got 33 going, and you might throw 3 in the back seat and follow the bus, and for whatever reason that you have to take a student in your car, we're going to make sure that liability insurance extends to that child, and they'll be, all the medical bills and that sort of stuff will be covered.
Lots of reasons to give him a call if you're an educator or not an educator. Either way, to get a quote from Horace Mann Insurance. How do we get a hold of your social media and phone number?
Yes, you can go to horacemann.com, which I have on the board up here, or you can go to call us here at 543-0059, option 4, ring right to my desk. Usually that phone number is good until about 10 o'clock at night because we do cover the West Coast. There's agents, in California, so we've always got someone answering the phone here up until at least 10 o'clock at night.
Rick Walters, one of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're awful proud that he's one of our sponsors here on the ball games and on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Let's wrap it up here before we get ready to go do some T.A. Duggar boys basketball. It says, the verse today, we always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. Hello, Patsy Lyon. I think I said hello to you. Say hello to you again, lady. Thank you. Psalms 30, verse 2 says, "O Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me." Please pray for Joni Laws. Joni's having a tough time. She was at Eastside Elementary and is at Eastside Elementary, but had to have some surgery, and she needs our prayers. If you would please, if you say you're a praying sort, our buddy Joni Laws from Eastside Elementary. All right, so it says, there was the verse, and then we'll wrap it up by saying, God picks up the broken pieces of our heart and puts them back together. May we feel his healing hand today. Psalms 30 verse 2 says, O Lord my God, I called you for help, and you healed me. All of our worries can be put to rest as we believe God's promise and trust that he will make our path straight. So we must put our trust in him that he knows what's best for us, because he does. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching the show. Back tomorrow. It's been a kind of a crazy show today because we got here after having done the tour of schools at Cloudland Elementary. We want to say thanks to Whitney Blevins stopping by again. That 4.49% APR car loan right now going on for a limited time at Northeast Community Credit Union. She came by and talked about that, and they sponsored the tour of schools. Thank you to Leslie coming by January 25th and January 31st, auditioning for Liberty, the official outdoor drama of the state of Tennessee, at Sycamore Shoals Park right up the street here. And, of course, our buddy Gary Rowe got him going, talking. All you got to do is say Kentucky sports, and you can put a quarter and pull the handle, and he's going. He loves it. And that's good. He's a Wildcat. He bleeds blue. So we're going to bleed orange and black coming up here at 4:45. We're going to be at the T. Duggar Gym for the Cyclones and the Greenville, I guess, Little Green Devils, the middle school, the green team coming to town. Great rivalry, a lot of respect these two schools have for each other. They don't particularly like each other. But I think it's a like when I say that. I think if anything would happen to either team, that anybody would run into a situation where they need help, I think I'd roll up my sleeves in a heartbeat and help somebody in Greenville. We get to heaven, Lord ain't checking school colors and nicknames. He's going to see, did you help people? So if somebody in Greenville needed my help, I'd be there for them. Do we want to beat them in the sports? Well, sure we do. They want to beat us? Absolutely. But when the chips are down, I would go on record and say, I don't know anybody right now would say somebody that needed help in Greenville. So, well, I'm helping them. They're Greenville. They're Green Devils. I don't walk them. I don't know if anybody would do that. And so it's a healthy rivalry is the point. 4:45 airtime, the JV boys and then varsity boys to follow. Our final broadcast of the season for T. Duggar boys. And we hope you'll join us. There'll be audio and video. Isaac Fletcher does a wonderful job running the camera. He'll join us, and so we'll join you then. We're going to step aside, get something to eat, get ready to go. By the way, this frosted root beer soda is out of this world good. You can get Dr. Pepper, you get any of the soft drinks. Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, High C, Dr. Pepper, root beer, Barks root beer, any of those are good. And this root beer, the frosted soda, or I call it a root beer float, still on it. It is excellent. So anyway, out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back not that far now. Turn right around and do it all over again at 4:45 with, again, T. Duggar boys basketball. Until then, we'll say, as always, bloom where you planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. And thanks for watching show number 2,424, 2424. Tomorrow, Phil's Dream Pit. Yeah, can't wait. A quest for perfect barbecue. Eastern Star X of Interstate 26 will be there tomorrow broadcasting the show. Until then, or until we rejoin you at 4:45 for T. Duggar boys basketball, we'll say bloom where you planted. Win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the show today from